Hi, it's Trevor, your Pride Fairy, and this is Discovering Gay History. Today is for Shirley Willer. Let's do it! Shirley Willer was born in 1922 and is an American lesbian activist and feminist. Shirley earned her bachelor's in nursing at the University of Chicago and later earned her master's in nursing. Shirley connected the dots to her sexuality in a psychiatry class where they were talking about mental hygiene. The professor covered a bunch of terms that were used to describe people with same-sex attraction, and she realized that they may apply to her. After that lecture, she approached her professor to let her know that she thought that she was a lesbian, and her professor was appalled and sent her to the psychologist, whom Shirley saw for 6 months. In 1947, Shirley witnessed something that changed her trajectory in activism. One of her friends was badly burned and had to go to the hospital. He was refused service because he was gay. They later delayed his transfer to another hospital, which resulted in his death. She began to take a more public stand after that moment in her life. She became an out lesbian, and she refused to work with anyone who was not okay with her sexuality. Shirley opened her apartment in San Francisco to any lesbians whose family had disowned them. In 1962, Shirley moved to New York City. She quickly found a group of lesbians, the Daughters of Bilitis, which was the first lesbian group in the United States, and she found her first partner, Meredith Grey. They remained together their entire life, even though they never got legally married. Shirley even became the president of the Daughters of Bilitis Club, but left the organization in the late 60s. After Shirley became the president of the Daughters of Bilitis, an anonymous donor supplied the members with $3,000 checks a month. This money initially contributed to the printing of The Ladder, which was a lesbian circulated publication. Shirley and Meredith began traveling the country, setting up chapters of Daughters of Bilitis, and working in different communities on behalf of the gay rights movement. Shirley led the Daughters of Bilitis to begin working with the Madison Society, which was the first gay organization, a men's group. There was a lot of resistance for the lesbian group and the men's group to work together. Her guidelines were eventually accepted, which in the end benefited both groups. She wanted to take a more aggressive political stance, but the Daughters of Bilitis at that time agreed that accommodation was the best way to assimilate into modern society. A lot of people disagreed with that, and even though this led to the eventual decentralization of the Daughters of Bilitis, it's credited for planting the seeds of the Stonewall Uprising and the post-Stonewall gay movement. After leaving Daughters of Bilitis, her and Meredith Grey moved to Key West, where they both took part in the lesbian and gay community there. She died in 1999 of heart failure. All right, that does it. Like, share, subscribe. Most importantly, please donate. Link is below. I thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow on Discovering Gay History. Bye!